Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Coronation Street fans baffled by Paul Foreman health plot hole. Coronation Street's Paul Foreman is still coming to terms with his devastating motor neuron disease, MND diagnosis, and is now getting to grips with using a wheelchair to get around. Coronation Street fans have questioned how Paul Foreman, played by Peter Ash, is able to use a wheelchair when he was supposed to have lost the use of one of his arms. The Cobble's character found out he was suffering from motor neuron disease, MDN, earlier this year because he lost the use of his hand. In a recent episode of the ITV soap, D.D. Bailey, Chanique Sterling Brown, bought him a pair of gloves to save his hands from wheelchair scrapes, and Paul has been able to get around on his own using the chair. However, eagle-eyed viewers have pointed out Paul shouldn't be able to use one of his hands, which would make getting about in a wheelchair alone impossible. Several took to social media to ask about the plot mistake, with Twitter user @____89 writing, "How come Paul can use both hands to use his wheelchair, but he can't use both for everyday tasks now?" #Corey. @JanWilkins59 penned, "So Paul has enough strength and skill in his hands and arms to self-propel his wheelchair then? I thought they were in trouble too." #Corey. So how come Paul has suddenly regained all the strength back in his right arm? #Corey @HullCity52 asked. Many were saying the same thing on Instagram, with one commenting, "Lol, Paul can move his both hand his wheelchair, notice that." Another echoed this, sharing, "Paul's right arm is miraculously working. Having Paul regaining the use of his arm to use his wheelchair is wrong," a third remarked. "Has anyone noticed how Paul can now use both his arms to move his wheelchair? This writing is shocking now," another fumed, to which a different viewer replied, "It's the producer Ian McLeod. Ever since he took over a number of years back, Corey went downhill."